Hey, if you're an event venue owner out there and if you're not spending money on paid advertisements, you're probably losing thousands on top of thousands of potential clients that you could get in your local market. I'm going to show you today how to utilize $600 and invest that back into your business so you can start getting leads predictably and also getting booked tours on your calendar. And this system is proven by an event venue owner for venue owners. So this is the AAA method. And I have other videos where I go into depth on what the AAA method is, but today we will be talking about the advertisement portion. This what gets the ball moving. This is paid traffic that brings in predictable streams of potential clients for your business. So no more guessing on when your next leads coming in through Wedding Wire, Event Tective, etc. This is something that we've built out that will work for you on autopilot. You just have to set it up and maintain it. So essentially, this is the venue owner's funnel. Now, with this funnel, the first stage is awareness, right? How do we get people to know about your business? Since we've been in business, right? I'm a venue owner myself. I still have people till this day still say, hey, I didn't even know you guys were here, right? I work with different venue owners that's been in the business longer, and they still get people saying that they didn't know that they were at that location, right? So let's not be naive to the fact that since we boosted some posts or we've been in business for quite some time, that everybody in our local market knows that we're there and we're the go-to spot. We have to constantly be on the top of people's mind when we are doing business in the local market, simply enough, right? So with awareness, this is the first stage that we'll dive deep into. And how to just get increase. I talk to a lot of venue owners, and one of the main struggles that I hear is, hey, I'm just not getting leads, right? If I get people through the door, it's a closed deal. But my main struggle right now is leads. And if that's you, I would suggest you continue just watching this video so you can alleviate that problem. So, running meta ads. This is something that the team is very knowledgeable about, and we target the local market, right? So about 8 to 10 miles out, we target around your venue to ensure that the people that's in your local space is aware of your space. So we use eye-catching creatives that's already proven that we can implement inside of your business and essentially start getting people to stop the scroll. That's the major thing. We want to ensure that the ads that we're running is native to the platform. So our specialty is Facebook and Instagram. So that means when people are on Facebook and Instagram and they see one of our ads, it stops the scroll. If you've ever been on social media, and I imagine if you're watching this, you have been, when you're on social media and the particular things that you stop on, just ask yourself, like, why do you stop on those things? So our main goal is to ensure that our ad doesn't look like an ad, but we're ensuring that the things that we put on our ad stops the scroll just to get that awareness to our business. So always using a hook. Always using a hook. And I believe it was David Ogilvy that said, you spend 80% of your ad spend on your headline. So if you cater to, let's say, baby showers or wedding receptions inside of your local space, like that's what you want to be known for, you want to ensure that you're calling that out. So for us, for example, hey, hosting a baby shower in Henderson, and some hooks can be quotes, they can be questions like I'm using right now, they can be statements, they can be uh, a plethora of things. But the ones that we like to use is, one, calling out our local market. So when someone's scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and they're in your local market, that that ad is going to resonate for them, right? And ensuring that we have a call to action at the end of that hook when someone comes into our ecosystem and gives us their name, email, phone number, etc. We want to make sure that we have a strong call to action for the next steps. One thing I highly recommend, if you're running and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but if you're running instant forms or landing pages, at the end of your funnel, when they when the client gives you their name, phone number, and email, have a call to action to book a tour, right? Let's utilize that thank you page for something that's valuable to our business, and that's booking more tours. So inside of this phase, right, we're not just selling. We are not selling in this phase. We're just getting attention. We again trying to attract our local market. So we're getting attention. Our only job is to be seen by people who didn't even know we existed. Right? And so the offer that we create are proven offers that we utilize inside the space, and we push out this offer so people can start coming inside of our funnel. And this, I'm telling you, if you start just implementing this or learning more about this, this will help you with your lead problem. In a quick break, right, we have a system in place, the AAA method, where we can implement this done for you system inside of your event venue. I would highly suggest just booking a call in the description below so you can get more information and just see if you can qualify for this program. So, getting back into the video, it's stage 2, right? So, they're aware of your space. They inquired, right? They inquired, they gave you their information, right? But let's say the people that came inside of your, you know, the people that didn't come inside of your ecosystem, where do those leads go? There's a thing called a pixel. We should all have pixels on our website. If you ever been on a website, right, a company profile, and you went to Facebook or Instagram and you say to yourself, wow, like where did this lead come from? Where did not lead, where did this like ad come from? I just looked this up. Now I'm getting ads on it. It's because they have pixels and they're tracking your data on each website that you go onto. So we want to make sure that we have pixels, because if someone organically goes to your website, then goes to Facebook or Instagram, naturally, if we have a pixel on our website, we can retarget those people from our website and start running ads directly to them. So we want to ensure that we have that. So all the interest that we got, let's say, for example, we had 100 people, and this is a very, very low number, but I want to keep it simple. Let's say if we had 1,000 people, right, see our ads, and from that, only 50% was let's say 20%. Let's say 20% of people only inquired inside of our ad. So that's only 200 people. What about the 800 people that seen our ad but didn't take action? So that's where retargeting comes in. They seen your ad, didn't take action on your ad, so now we're going to retarget them on an offer that, something that we're using right now is that for retargeting is an ad that's really working well that says, "Hey, I seen that you seen our ad, but you didn't click to book a tour. Your date's about to be gone. Simply like, hey, let's book a tour now." So I'm letting them know, hey, I know that you've been on our website. I know that you've been on our Facebook profile, our social media profile, but you haven't booked a tour. So this is your chance now. And that's what we want to do in this phase. We want to retarget the people that didn't take action, but also qualify the people that did come inside of our funnel. So we're just not taking any type of leads. If your space only holds 100 people, you obviously don't want a lead that comes in for 200 people. So we ask qualifying questions in this stage. Someone came in your ecosystem, we're asking about budget, date, guest count, ensuring that that person's a quality person to ensure that we can push them to the next phase, which is booking tour or potentially booking your space. So the two things, again, retargeting and qualifying people inside of this stage. These are the people who click but didn't book. That's gold. You want to capture them and guide them forward. And step 2 and step 3 can go hand in hand when qualifying leads and leads coming in. So this goes into what I was saying before in regards to having an urgency ad for the people that you're going to retarget. So you may have an ad that goes out, and that's just strictly based off the people that you're retargeting. So people that went on your website didn't take action, people that went on your instant form, social media, Facebook, just didn't take action on any of the information that you had out there. You're going to retarget those people and say something like, hey, something urgency based. Last 2 Saturdays left in October. Or, I'm adding, now you want to give them more value because, again, they didn't even know about your business. They may not trust you. So you want to post testimonials, reviews, different information that will build your credibility for your event venue. People want to know you, like you, and trust you. And if they don't even, now at this stage, they have an idea about you, but will they even like you? They want to trust you, and have people in the past done business with you? And if so, what has been their experience? So at this stage as well, too, we can run retargeting ads where we push people into a phase of them now trusting us because people's done business with us before. So you can run ads like that. An ad that we ran once before was like, hey, book a free tour and get 1 hour free, right? So they book a tour and they can qualify to get 1 additional hour. All they have to do is just show up for their tour. So that's a whole nother strategy, just to get your show rate up a little bit higher, but you have to ensure that you have a back-end system for that as well. And then lastly, using automations. Automations is the key. We don't want to have a plethora of leads coming in and we're not calling those leads, we're not texting those leads, we're not emailing those leads. Leads mean nothing if they're not converting. And so you want to ensure that you have SMS going out, text messages. People love texting. If they're not picking up if you're not calling them, which I imagine you're probably not calling them, right? You're probably calling them once or twice or even 3 times and then saying to yourself, oh, they're just ghosting me, or, I'm not going to keep chasing them. And that's not the mentality to have. The mentality is that they may just not be ready. They may be going through things in their life that they just can't pick up the phone. They may be at work. There's a whole bunch of different things that they can be experiencing. So we want to ensure that we hit phone, so calling, text, email, voicemail drops, all different types of communication. In one of our ads, we're even doing Messenger. So we're contacting people through Messenger. And when they inquire for one of our instant forms, we shoot out a message through Messenger, and we've been getting some good feedback there. So you want to meet people where they're at. And if you're just calling your leads, you may be losing out on some that, just don't pick up the phone. So at this stage, this is where your sales skill comes in. This is for all the people that said when they come to my space, they book. This is where you show up. You want to have a strong tour to close script. You want to have a system in place. You just don't want to change your tour process every single time. You want to have a process to where this is where we're going to begin, this is the middle, and this is how we're going to end, where me asking you for your business and not just sending off a proposal, right? You want to ask for the business in multiple different ways. Because again, this is a service that we're looking to provide them. And since they inquired, for our service, for our said service, they're open to the idea of doing business with you, but you have to ask, right? You have to ask. Your space is going to sell itself, but when they come to your space, you have to sell the idea of the value that you can provide yourself as a business owner, or whoever you have in place who's doing your tours, and the space itself. We're selling experiences, right? We're selling moments that people are going to remember for a lifetime. So of having a follow-up sequence is crucial from the time that they booked a tour to reminders 24/7, 24 hours before. You can do 3 days before, 24 hours before, 3 hours before, to ensure that they show up. When they show up, you provide that value, you do your thing. After they leave, and this is where a lot of deals are lost. After they leave, send them an email, text message, just thanking them for coming to the space. I've toured a lot of different spaces, right? And I can count on one hand how many emails or text messages I got just saying thank you just for coming in. So those little touches, right? Those little touch points can have a prospect think, they're not just another uh, events on your calendar, but this is going to be a relationship that I can build with this person, right? This is not just another transaction. This is going to be a transformation in regards to like, this is someone I can talk to. So you want to humanize your business, right? We do this every single day, and people are inquiring in our space that do this probably once, twice a year. Wedding receptions, baby showers, they're not doing this every day. So we want to come across as, which we do and which you should if you're in this business, as you care. So sending out that text message is crucial. Email, phone call can turn a prospect who was on the edge on all the venues that they looked at to that one phone call that they received. They liked you, they liked the venue, they liked the price, and they just said yes to you because you called, right? We've gotten a lot of deals that way. So within that, right, within this final stage, because I can go on and on about that, your ads will get them in the door. Your system will close them, and just don't spend money on getting traffic just to lose them at the finish line. People want leads, but you probably are sitting on a gold mine of names, emails, phone numbers, etc., that you can be utilizing to help grow your event venue business. We're sending out email campaigns, SMS campaigns. Hey, the information and resources are out there. You're just making excuses on why it's not working. But ultimately, my last point, final tip, great marketer Dan Kennedy said it best: the business that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. So, but here's the thing: if your funnel isn't dialed in, even $100 feels expensive, right, on getting a customer. But if you know your funnel, you can predict revenue before it even happens. And this is what we've done. Inside of the Automate My Venue program, we have a method called the AAA method, where we utilize ads, automation, and assistance to get you more leads, to book you more tours, and ultimately help you close more deals. And to find out if you can qualify for this as a venue owner, if you're someone out there that's saying, hey, Charles, I need leads, right? I need to understand how to get more leads. Or if you're a venue owner that says, hey, I have leads, but I know they're falling through the cracks because I'm just doing everything myself. Or if you're someone that just says, hey, I have leads, I'm following up, but I just want to take this to the next level, you can apply to this program in the description below, where we'll get on a one-on-one call just to see if you're a good fit for what we have to offer. And other than that, I have other videos where you can check out the AAA method and just see some of the testimonials that people have been experiencing. I had this one venue owner that just opened up, received 88 leads, and with those 88 leads, she booked about 5 to 10 of them. I want to say, I have the testimony right there on my YouTube channel. You can check that out. But at the end of the day, as business owners, we want to create a system that works for us. We don't want to have to always input our own, resources to create something. We want to create a system that works for us, and we can just wake up, show up, and book the client. And this is what we've created for venue owners. So again, check the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.